should go outside.
Oh, and just like pretend I'm going
It's like one of those Vogue videos, 71 questions.
Well, we're not doing 75 questions, right? Okay.
Why, hello.
Hello.
Come on in. Welcome to my humble abode.
Okay, so...
You are standing in the Genkan.
What is Genkan?
Genkan is sort of your shoe area when you get into a place. Take off your shoes here. You can see it's a little bit deeper. Then you take off your shoes and you come up to the main part of the house.
I see lots of people translate as entryway of a house.
Yeah, what did I say?
You said like a shoe place.
Sure, entryway. Whatever, we'll put it here. Okay, so this is the laundry room, sink area. So we have a sink, we have my washing machine. I really like this. This is cute. I got this. Luckily, it also went through this part. So it's a little shelf system, very rental friendly. So this is another thing, my place, I'm renting it right now. So I'm trying, you'll see later, I do damage the walls, but I'm also trying as much as possible not to damage the walls. So some people don't like or have commented that like my underwear and everything would go here, right? So if guests come over and stuff like that, they're washing their hands, it's like my dirty laundry is like right here. Also, if you think about it, I'm living on my own, but let's pretend like that I wasn't. There's no door here. So you come out of the shower and you're naked and kind of like, you know. So this is fine for one person, but this place actually was built for more than one person originally. So I guess people would put like a noren here, but even then it would only cover here, so you'd still like see this.
Did you get the washing machine by yourself, or did you, does the place come with any electricity?
So Japanese apartments, when you rent them, unless you get specifically a furnished place, they don't come with appliances. So at least in North America, when you rent a place, usually like a washing machine and like a stove and a fridge, none of that is included. So I had to get this myself. I got this used though, which was really nice because I wanted a washing machine that could have that heater as well, because most people, they don't have dryers in Japan, but this one has a dryer built in. So I specifically wanted one of those, but they're super expensive. So I got it used and refurbished and everything was all clean.
How much was that? Do you remember?
It's like 2万円. It's really
that's
cheap.
Deal. Yeah, that's really cheap.
And what they did is they broke it all apart and they like massively cleaned it and made sure everything worked, and they also gave me warranty. So it was a really good deal. So a lot of people online are like, oh, I want like a dryer built in, but it's too expensive. That is true, but if you go to like outlets or like refurbished places or places that have refurbished appliances, you can get it.
Actually, for a lot of people, if you're thinking about coming to Japan, don't want to spend much money on fridge and washing machine, just search for like Shinseikatsu plan online, and they have like a setto, like a set for both of the second-hand fridge and also washing machine. Sometimes they have the first-hand as well. And I think I spent like 2万円 both of them, but like it's not as luxurious as Anju's washing machine and fridge.
But it is nice that you can get a set.
Yeah.
Also, another thing you can do, I've never done it, but I've heard that you can rent stuff.
Really?
Yeah, there's like online. So like I had a friend who did that. So she rented all the appliances in her place because she knew that she was only going to be here for like 2 years. So she just rented everything on a contract for 2 years. And then after the 2 years was up, they came and they took everything away. So this is my bath. It's hard to find like a good size bath here. So I thought this was really quite good. I also really like this. I was taken by this like accent panel. I thought it was really nice. Yeah. It's kind of basic, but that's one thing about this place. This place is a little older, so it has, I think it's survived in like the decades well, but it is missing a lot of things that newer places and like newer rentals tend to have. A lot of like, this is just a basic bathroom. It doesn't have, like a lot of these have like fans, and you can like hang your laundry in here, and you can like automatically like draw a bath and stuff like that. It doesn't have any of that.
Maybe I can show you guys at my place because I do have those.
All that stuff, yeah. So it's the difference, and that's partly built into the price here, which we'll get into later.
But it will, we sacrifice on the in terms of space because my space will be much smaller than yours.
Exactly. So it's all about balancing like what your priorities are. Like, do you want bigger space but thinner walls and like older construction, or do you want something new, thicker walls, more soundproof, more high tech, stuff like that? Do you want to check out the bedroom?
Of course.
This is where the magic happens. And by magic, I mean YouTube. This is where YouTube happens. But I guess there's some magic that happens here as well. So it's a magic room. Yeah, it's just where I edit. I think it's really cute. I wanted to make it a very like comfortable and inviting area because I spent a lot of time here. And then here as well, I built this as well. I like this place because it has bay windows, but the things that I don't like about it is actually really hard. I found it really hard to decorate. And like with the curtains, like what do you do? And it was just awkward. I found somewhere online, someone had something like this and I thought it was really cute. So I built it. And it's rental friendly because it just pulls out. Yeah,
I really enjoy that you put a little bit effort into kind of like putting those little shelf on the wall. Like, how do you magically let them stay? Because you have actually plenty of stuffs on the shelf right now. Like, isn't it too heavy to hold?
No, these are special. A lot of these hooks that I use throughout the house, they're pins. They're really tiny pins. And if you see the wallpaper is like, it has a pattern or like a texture to it. And what's good is if you put nails in them, they're going to show up and then you're bye-bye deposit. But a lot of these things, these pins, they make little tiny holes and you can hide them within the texture when you take them out. So they're kind of rental friendly. So these shelves were sort of advertised that way too, like rental friendly. They're held up with a whole bunch of different pins in the back and they can hold, I think, 7 kilos each.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
So yeah, and then I found this at a local gallery down the street. It was kind of cool. And yeah, so I've just tried to make this a little bit more like home.
I like how you put CDs as the...
These are not even CDs. These are PlayStation 1 games.
Ah, that's
cute.
very creative.
Yeah, I mean, it was too low, so I needed it to be higher. So I did what I could. Welcome to the kitchen living room. So this is actually really rare, I think, in Japan to have this layout. You can see probably later that this used to be a wall here. So that's a lot more common in these places. You'd have one room there, one room here, then you'd have your kitchen dining area here. They took the wall down. It feels really open concept. Again, downstairs and next door, they have the wall there. So a family lives there.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, but anyways, they took the wall down here and then like really open up the space. I wanted to leave this open. I could have put like an island or something here, but I really wanted to like
enjoy the space.
Yeah, the space. And like when I'm working and stuff, I'll just like walk around here and like, you know, speak. So that's fun. This is my living room. This is where our channel was born.
This is the corner. If I turn the camera a little bit on this way and you guys know.
And we just sit here and go, hi, Tokyo Tops.
We don't have a special studio, it's just Andrew's house.
Yeah, so this is where the channel was born. So actually it's gonna be really sad to move out because like so many memories were made here.
But you can see them on the video.
That's true, and I can watch this video and relive it. Bay window, I had no idea how to decorate this. So I tried my best to do like a gallery thing. I don't know if I like it necessarily, but it's all right. I got this lovely Posh Spice thing from Ginny for my birthday. So that's fun. We have some Chun-Li here as well. And this is a beautiful clock I got from my graduation from my dad. Muji, books, lots of stuff. Here I really like this. This is my video game display. These are all from actually like when I was a kid. Very cute. Have some Sailor Moon stuff in there as well. Lots of fun.
I see that you have many figures here.
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite?
Oh, Chun-Li. I love her.
You love
Look
Chun-Li.
how fucking badass she is.
But like, as far as I know about you, you don't play Street Fighter.
Number 2. Number 2 is the best one. Yeah, and so this is where I sit, watch TV, I eat dinner here. This is my dinner table. When we have movie nights and stuff like that, everyone just gathers around. In here, Dawn got us these cushions, so like when people come over, we can like sit on these cushions, have an extra table in here. This is I don't have a closet for my jackets, so I built a little thing up here, and this is where I store all my shit.
I think you're definitely a very, very organized person.
People are going to be like, oh my God, OCD much in the comments, but fair enough. So this is my view, by the way. I actually think it's really cute. I really like these tiles, the color and everything. And then here, it's just green. So it's not a view actually, but what I like about it is that no one can see me.
I like how secretive.
Yeah, it's very secretive.
Yeah.
So you don't know where I am. People can't see me. So like, again, when I get out of that shower and I'm naked or whatever, I don't have to worry that there's a big window here and someone can see me. So it's quite free in that regard. So this is really weird. I don't know why the toilet's here. Usually the toilet would be in this area. For some reason it's here. But that's fine. This is my toilet.
I love your decoration of X-Men.
Thank you.
And actually the board you guys can see over there is also installed by Andrew himself.
People are gonna really think that I love Victoria Beckham, but I just thought this was so funny because when I was in England, I found this at the pound store, so it was £1. And I was like, oh my God, at the pound store, so I was like, I gotta get it. So I bought that, and I just thought it was funny. It's perfect, like, toilet reading, you know?
Yeah.
Again, if we're talking about older apato style places that are cheaper, we have a regular toilet. Like this is just the type of toilet you'd see like in the West.
Yeah.
No fancy bidet, no clean butter dryer that they're always like talking about on, you know. Otohime, no otohime. Actually, I have a portable otohime that you can install yourself, and it's battery operated. So this is one of my favorite places of the whole thing, the whole place. I got into this space and I saw half the kitchen here and then just blank wall. That's super rare, I think, in Japan. Usually they have the kitchen here and then a place for the fridge and it's over. So I thought about how I could design this and thought if I did sort of like an L-shaped furniture and some L-shaped shelves, it could really be cute, and it is really cute. I actually got this on Yahoo Auction, which is like eBay. Some guy was making tables like this, and I just reached out to him and said, hey, I have a design, will you make it for me? And he did, and this is it. You can pull this out if you want.
Oh yes, last time I think we made some like drink and you put it in the middle.
So you can put it in the middle, or when you're here, you're
like
cooking.
A small island kitchen, right?
So that was the idea. Works really well, very cute. And then getting back to the pins, these are all held with pins similar to the pins in my room.
So these didn't come with the apartment?
No, so I went to Tokyo Hands and got these and then got them to cut the shelves like to a precise measurement, and then I put them all up. Now hopefully when I take these all down, there's going to be minimal holes, and then I can patch them up really well so that you won't see them, and then I will hopefully get some of my damage deposit back. That's the plan.
How about the knife holder and the kitchen paper?
So this is IKEA. Again, I bought the pin things and they're held up with pins, so these can hold like a good amount of weight as well. I think that's really cute.
I really like it, and also I love the small cats like holding the spoons, and they are adorable.
Gacha. But yeah, so as you can see, I love tea. I have tea from, I guess, all over the world from when I've traveled and or when we could travel. And so I stored them all here. And this is my little station. I make tea every morning. I love it.
Do you know how many, different tea?
I think it's like 50.
You have.
I counted a while ago. It was like 50.
Which one is your all-time favorite?
There's a tea brand in Tokyo called Ocharaka. And you can see here, Ocharaka. They do, it's run by, I believe he's French. And he takes Japanese like green teas and like puts some flavors in them. So this is like, I love this one. Smell this.
It's amazing. When can I taste that?
Cherry, you have tasted it before, but we can make it again. Yeah, he's always coming in and drinking my tea. So all of these actually are from Ocharaka, and I'm in love with them. So if you're in Tokyo and you want some like a different type of green tea, something different, go to Ocharaka. It's really good. This is my lovely oven range, as they call it. So I make pizzas and stuff in here. It's a microwave, but it also can it can bake cookies and stuff. I bake cookies, I bake pies in here. Super cool, because we don't have ovens in Japan. This is my beloved red fridge. As you can see, I love red, and I got this for super cheap. So when I went and I got the used washing machine, I got this and this as well, and so I was able to get a good deal. I really don't think Japanese people would like this color. It's a little bit bold. So I was able to talk the salesperson down a little bit. So I got this a good deal.
You're just like, no Japanese gonna buy this
I went.
shit.
I was like, no one. Yeah, I was like, you and I both know that Japanese people are not going to buy a red fridge. And he was like, and I was like, I will buy it right now if you give it to me for less. But I was going to buy it anyways because I was in love with it. Yeah. But I was just trying to be smart.
Well, it's actually very interesting that some people don't know that you can bargain.
That's
Japan.
true.
Like they go to the department store, just don't think that's an option.
Yeah.
But if you actually go to like Yodobashi Camera, if you go to big camera, you can bargain with them.
You can bargain. You can get at the very least you can get them to increase your points.
Yeah.
And then if you go farther than that, you can actually get a reduction on the actual price. So I got a reduction on this price. I also said I would buy multiple things. I would do all of my shopping, like all my appliance shopping at that store if they gave me like a special deal. And I think I got 30% off everything.
That's so smart of you.
So
I kind of feel like very interesting that you put your rice cooker on top of the fridge.
So
how can you even reach that?
Yeah, but I don't use it as much as I want to. I should.
That's a huge difference because I use my rice cooker every fucking single day.
I use this all the time. I'm always making really fun pizzas.
Cultural differences.
Cultural difference coming out, yeah. This is my kitchen. It's very basic. Again, this is something you have to buy. It doesn't come with it. I had to buy this.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yours came with yours?
Yeah.
Is it built in?
All 3 apartments I lived in.
Really?
They had this.
Maybe that's one of the differences again in getting back into aparto versus mansion.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
If you go with mansion, everything I think comes with a stove.
Yeah, so I had to buy this. I think this was like Nimayan as well. But this has been really good. It's been lovely. I guess that's a good time, a good opportunity to talk about the differences between aparto and mansion. So this is an aparto, which is apartment in English. And the main difference, I think, if I were just to simplify it, is that it's like wooden construction. It's thin walls, so it gets cold in the winter, it gets hot in the summer. You can hear everyone in the building as well. Oh, and of course, you don't have like appliances and stuff like that. It's more of an older, cheaper, for lack of a better word, just design and structure. But with that, that means that rent lower. You get a lower rent. And then you can use that to get a bigger space. So we were talking about that before, about differences in between choosing places, like what your priorities are. Because a lot of people come to Japan and you see all these videos on YouTube that are like, I live in a closet, and everyone's like, oh my God, you live in a closet, this and that. As you can see, this is not a closet. And then people will probably think, oh, well, it must be really expensive. It's not that expensive. It's 125,000 yen, which I checked today because the yen is so weak, it's $900.
That's a steal.
A steal.
How can you live in a capital city in any of the Western country with $900?
Right.
Yeah.
And the size as well. And like I'm in pretty central. It's one stop to Shibuya. It's one direct line, couple stops to Shinjuku. It's close to the station. And I mean, the yen is really low right now. So I think in general, when the yen is more stable, it's probably about $1,000. But it's not that bad. So area-wise, this place is close to Shimokitazawa, and it's actually really quite famous for curry, cafes, and used clothes. So it's like very like early 20s, people on a Sunday will come, couples will come here, hang out. Actually, it's very popular on like YouTube J-vlogs. Like you've seen it, right? A bunch of like other channels, they come to Shimokita and like go around and talk about it and introduce it. So it's a really lively, fun area. So that's something that I wanted to sort of focus on as well. Like I made sacrifices on perhaps the walls and stuff like that, the thickness and stuff, but I didn't sacrifice the area. I'm very like central in Tokyo. I'm very close to things, and the area itself is actually really quite popular. So I think it's like really doable to live here. If you think about comparing to like North America, what's $1,000 going to get you, and where will it get you?
Nothing.
Nothing. Now, I am aware, of course, like I'm just comparing to North America. There are going to be cheaper places and like people from all sorts of backgrounds and stuff like that. But I think just coming from my upbringing and hometown, this is much more affordable than like where I'm from. So it's really nice. I feel like I'm able to build a life here in ways that I felt like I couldn't back home.
All right. Yes, why don't we talk about why you want to do this video? Because you're pretty secretive.
So why am I moving? I bought a place. I'm very excited, and I think I move in about a month. By the time you see this video, I'm already going to be there. So I'm really excited about that. It's quite the process, as we are figuring out, both of us. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm also excited that now I get to have all these devices that I said I couldn't have before. So now I can have this space, and I can also have the devices and stuff like that. So it's a bit of an upgrade, and I'm excited about that. And maybe I'll show you what that looks like at some point when I get settled in.
You said both of us, people's gonna think we're gonna move in together.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Say in the comments.
Are you sad of leaving this place?
I am a bit sad. Once I sort of like signed the agreement or whatever, and I came home, I like looked at this, and I've been cleaning to sort of like prepare for this video, and like doing that and like looking at the shelves and like the displays and everything, like, you know, even in my room, the little shelf I made and stuff like that, like it's quaint, it's cute. I like my place.
Yeah.
And I've loved living here. So it is kind of bittersweet. It's a bit sad to move out. And as I said, like as well, like we started the YouTube channel here. You know, this is where a lot of like stuff happened. It's gonna be sad, but I'm also trying to think of like, you know, forward and be excited about like new adventures and stuff like that. I'll be in a different area as well. So I'm excited to sort of explore that area. I'm excited to explore my new house and sort of how to decorate. Yeah, like, am I gonna be able to use these shelves? Do I have to like cut them and reorganize them in a different fashion? So there's lots of cool things coming my way, and I'm excited for it as well.
Anyway, all right, that's the whole house tour. Anything else you wanna add on?
Get out. You can go home. It's raining. Here's an umbrella. Actually, no, this is my umbrella. So just get wet. Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for coming over. Come over again sometime soon before I leave.
Have a good night.
I will.
Oh my God, the rain is
It's totally raining.